Hello, everybody. Welcome back to the Virtuosos. Jules and Damon here. We're going to be talking about Gen V, which drops in about a week or so. At time of recording, it is, a teaser just dropped. A couple other things have dropped in the last couple of weeks. We were hyped at the cliffhanger that we left off with in Gen V. We were very excited about the show. Since then, I'll speak for myself. It did not follow up as well as I thought it would be into the next season of Boys. So I do think that's something that we're going to be touching on as we talk about Gen V season 2 overall. With the trailers, how they're going about the trailers, how they're going to go about the seasons going forward without Andre, but who had the real actor passed away. And we talked about that like a year ago at around this time. And so it's kind of crazy how many things did change with the show already. And it's only been one season. But starting with Damon, how you feel about the Gen V season 2 trailer so far, and how do you think it's going to tie into the Boys' final season, which is next year?
I think they're definitely going to add more of the Boys' characters into this season. We've seen Starlight. Referring back to the Boys last season, I think Kamiko did not get captured. Frenchie did.
Mm-hmm.
So Frenchie did. So Frenchie got captured. Butcher found the basement. There was a lot of like the characters kind of like of the Boys led up to Gen V this next season. I don't think we see Homelander. We see him in season 1. I think it's gonna be more of like Starlight, Frenchie, maybe even Deep. Those type of characters that show up. I do expect them to have prominent roles because I don't want to say this season is just setting up the Boys last season, because I made that mistake last year or season 1, and Gen V had to be in good on his own. But I definitely think it's gonna like tie in a little bit more this season as opposed to last season.
Yeah, and that's like I don't want to get into that like it's a setup season or it's a setup for the final season. But as good as Gen V was as a standalone, and as good as the Boys last season was as a standalone, I feel like they also didn't tie into each other as much as we probably thought they were. I mean, like we see characters featured back and forth between, because it's all in the same universe, but at the same time, you kind of, there is a little bit of, there's something missing, I feel like, that they're not doing with Gen V and what they're not doing with the Boys final season so far. But Damon, how you feeling about Gen V season 2 coming up?
No, I'm definitely looking forward to it. I thought season 1 was really well done. Obviously, I'm a big fan of the Boys, but I do want to just bounce off kind of what you said, and I do agree that I know they want to expand this world. I know they want to do more with it, but I do think that Gen V and the Boys are too closely connected to not have them be more cohesive. We've seen these things in other, products where, you have the same universe and they don't like to tie them together very often. But I feel like you have to with this. Gen V season 2 feels like it needs to set up the Boys season 5 because of the fact that you bring in Sam, you bring in Kate to capture our main characters. We know that you're going to use them for some type of reason. I feel like you have to have more of that in Gen V season 2. Marie is being set up, from the previous teasers and trailers as possibly the most powerful hero now, or most powerful soup, I should say. Depending on where they make her motives go. We still have not seen what Sam can fully do. Who Sam is another one where they had him locked up because they were scared of how powerful he could be. We still haven't seen what he can do yet. I do agree that I don't think they'll bring in too many of the prominent characters. I do think it's going to be very much just like a Starlight recruitment campaign. I don't think they want to give away too much about what happened to Frenchie or what's going on with a Huey or any of them yet. Obviously, I do hope to see Butcher, because Butcher we left on that big cliffhanger in the Boys season 4, where we see this parasite now is basically taken over him. We see him to kill Victoria Newman, which I thought was a pretty big shock to all of us here, that they killed off such a prominent character like she was. And I'm really interested to see where they go with the Stan Edgar side of things now. We see him going to recruit Marie. Is it to go after someone, or is it a protection thing for him? He lost his soup in Victoria Newman, who he looked at as like a daughter. So, is he going to be manipulating Marie to do his bidding in this way? And I'm really interested to see just what they do with Marie, because we saw at the end of Gen V season 1 just how powerful she can be.
Yeah, because Maria and Victoria, like they have the same
the
skills,
same,
like
yeah.
like the same power set. I should say,
Yeah.
not skill set. One's a slashing forward, one's a a float in the floor.
And it's really interesting. Like I
they're
like
similar.
they explain that power set for them too.
Yeah.
Like, it's literally just blood manipulation. I never thought that with Newman.
Yeah.
Like, I thought it was literally just popping heads, but the fact that she
popping
literally she could have blew any part of your body off
Yeah.
because she had the blood manipulation. Like it's a pretty interesting power too that I really want to see them explore more in Gen V season 2. Like I mean, I these shows aren't scared of gore and violence, so how much more can they do with that kind of power set?
But I do want to touch on like the trailers because I feel like there's a thing now in Hollywood and in everything now, and like I probably speak for myself when I say this, but I do like the way I analyze things is like if I watch a show, and this goes for any show. If we watched Gen V and we were hype about it, we talked about it for weeks, you know what I'm saying? And we were hype, like the cliffhanger was good. And saying we seen everything that happened. We wanted to know what happened. And we're hype about it. And then the hype kind of diminishes because like it's going to be like every 2 years things because it's like bouncing off the boys and whatnot. Obviously, we knew that was going to happen. But like why in the first trailer that we see, they're already out of prison or where they're captured as like, can you at least like try to have that imagination that there's a struggle to get out, where they're being held, something is holding them down. Who's at this camp? What kind of suits we're gonna see there? Who's running it? You know what I'm saying? We're immediately, Maria's out. You need to go back to school. What is going on? Like that's kind of crazy. Where's the like? Can you play on my imagination a little bit that like they struggle to get out of school? You know what I'm saying? They meet somebody in this school. Something has to happen, and like obviously they already kind of hinted at the fact that they're not replacing Andre, his character directly, but they are keeping the polarity side from his father, who was trying to figure out what happened to his son, which is cool, and I'm sure that his family is all right with that. But I mean, if that's a plot point that you got to put in the trailer, you could have focused more on that instead of having Marie need to go back to school, and it looks like she's already back in school, and I'm like, what the fuck? Like she just got she got captured. She wasn't in the boys' final season at all. Like we didn't hear, they mentioned their names, and we seen like Sam and Kate, and it was kind of like vague because they really didn't say much about them either. So it's like,
Stood there.
where's our imagination? Like where else can we go besides? All right, they clearly get out of school pretty quickly, or it might even be off camera, and that's something I feel like trailers need to stop doing. Like if you're trying to set up like future seasons, people who watch a show are gonna watch a show again. Even if they're episode late or a couple days late and they didn't watch it on a Wednesday night, you know what I'm saying? Because you watch it 12 o'clock, 3 o'clock in the morning, and it's like, put the reaction out, which TikTok loves. We love that, but it's like people, like casual watchers, like, oh, I did enjoy the show, I'm going to watch it again. Like, they're going to watch it again. Yeah. Don't ruin your entire season by giving out a trailer that gives away fucking everything.
Yeah. And I agree with you, but the problem is they got 3 episodes coming out next Wednesday. So
exactly, they do got 3 episodes, and it's like, but that's another thing. It's like if you're gonna give out 3 episodes, then probably don't release a fucking trailer. Just release the fact that you released 3 episodes. And keep it really vague. Like teasers are fine, but full on 2-minute trailers, how much can you put in that without giving away the whole plot? And it's like, oh, well, they'll just put it all in 1 episode. And it's like, well, that's enough to figure out. We already know what's going to happen. They're trying to, Starlight. It's a Starlight campaign.
Yeah.
Like, and that's why I fear.
It's a resistance.
I fear the obvious or the inevitable. Like, it's going to just be to set up the boys, final season. And I like Gen V more than I like the boys. You know what I'm saying? Like last season, like compared to last season, I enjoyed Gen V a lot more than I enjoyed the boys because I feel like the new characters and their power sets and like just the mystery behind everything.
It felt more grounded.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? It wasn't so crazy so fast.
I do think a point like where I've gotten to is like I did just like recently like rewatch kind of like a recap of the boys just to kind of get myself ready for Gen V season 2, and like I do feel like a kind of the thing that Gen V had over the boys is that the boys going on to its 5th season, as I feel like you almost expect what's going to happen. The major plot points. These characters are never in danger. We don't see main character deaths. They fight a soup, they beat a soup, they escape a soup somehow or somewhere. I feel like Gen V, everything was up for grabs because we just got these characters. You couldn't predict.
It was like season 1 of the boys. Like obviously with Huey girlfriend dying in like the first 10 minutes, and then Golden Boy dying in the first episode.
Yeah,
of Gen V. Now you're on your you don't know who can and can't die.
Yeah, who could be held accountable for certain actions.
That's what I'm saying. The boys season 4 is like, how many times Homelander? How many times you gonna fucking threaten me, bro? Like you threaten me 30 times. Like 3 times each episode. Like I'm A-Train. Like I don't know how I'm alive. But I keep running and keep trying to fight. I'd have been retired.
Yeah, and I do. And I say I do agree with Jules' statement of like just giving away too much in the trailers. I prefer teasers, especially if you're going to do these big 3-episode releases like they like to do, like a lot of these streaming services like to do. You can't afford to do 2.5-minute trailers and not give away everything. I hope they don't do the whole off camera. These kids escaped from Vought somehow. I get their powerful suits, but your season 1 ending literally shows us 5 of them in a white room on gurneys.
Yeah.
You have to show us how they escaped, and maybe that's a big
Show us
plot
what
point.
happens inside. You know what I'm saying? Like, you could, like, it doesn't all have to be, like, get everything out to me in general. Like, 8 episodes is a long time in general. Like, now. 8 episodes is a lot. And those are hour-long episodes. I think the one time we were like, I think you was watching, like, damn, it was like 75-minute long episode. It was like 3 o'clock in the morning. Bro had to go to work the next day. I'm like, damn, 75 minutes episode, fucking 4 or 5 or something like that, like middle of the season.
Yeah, it was a big long ass episode.
It was a good episode, and it's good episodes, but it's like if you give us 3 episodes first week, and it's like people aren't gonna be able to watch all that shit in one day.
We had a gripe with that because they did the same thing for The Boys season 4.
We couldn't keep up.
Yeah, it's like it's hard to have a schedule over stuff like that where you have to watch 3 episodes just to start, and like you're not hurting yourself by just releasing weekly. We've seen The Boys do it, or not The Boys. Seen Invincible do it. We see Peacemaker doing it now. Like show people
Invincible
like
did 3.
did Invincible do 3?
Yeah, Invincible did 3.
As long as you don't do what Ironheart did, the 3 and 3, that was diabolical.
Oh, I didn't know. I forgot Invincible started with 3.
That was diabolical.
Invincible did 3, 2. It was like 2, 2, then 1, 1.
Damn,
or something like that.
I think they did drop. They dropped. Yeah, I think
their schedule was weird. It was only like a 4-week long.
But, they're both Amazon products, though. That makes sense. I keep forgetting they're all Amazon products.
Amazon is doing that. They giving us 2-3 episodes.
Daredevil at some point went to a 2-week.
It was like 1,
they
2,
did first
1,
2.
1, 2.
It's like 2, 1, 1, 2, 2, 1, 1, 1, 1 or something like that. It was just like obviously like that's like the new norm. Like they want to give out, and it's like, well, stop putting out bad fucking pilots and shit. How about that? Like,
well, that's what I was gonna go with. My point is like, I remember like The Boys season 4. We were like, damn, these first 2 episodes are lame as hell. And like they're slow. Like I mean, like you're putting out 3 episodes, but we don't get nothing until the 3rd episode. It's a bunch of setup. You know what I'm saying? It's like if you're gonna do 3 episodes, I don't even want to see the first 2. You might as well skip to the mid-season because you're not showing me anything. It's a bunch of exposition and a bunch of recapping of what already happened.
I'm just waiting till Damon to react to it. Like, he said, "Yo, season 2 episode 2 was good."
And I'm playing that. You know what I'm saying?
That's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna swipe right out, but like to predict like the season though, and it's like I feel like you already hit it there in the head. It's like it's gonna be the Starlight campaign, and like they're gonna aid her, and it's like, well, I thought we should have already did that in the last season of The Boys anyway.
That's what season 4 seemed like.
I thought they should have kind of hinted at it more, and I wanted. I remember like I kept saying like I'm waiting for Sam and Kate. I didn't care about nothing else. I'm waiting to see what role Sam and Kate play, and I think our podcast wide, prediction was that Sam was going to be Black Noir. Yeah, like we all thought Sam at some point was going to be a Black Noir because they had him fighting Butcher, and I'm like, man, it'd just be cool as fuck if if it was Sam fighting Butcher, and he was struggling because he has never fought hand to hand, and he's not allowed to do certain things because they want to keep that public image. Yeah. He's never had the public image tied into him yet because he was, a kid in the woods, which was a really cool fucking storyline, the whole woods thing, and then it ended up being underwhelming because they didn't highlight no kids in the woods. Yeah, it was just Sam.
Him and his brother.
So if they're doing like the whole Starlight campaign, she's recruiting them, and it's like that should have been the plot point in fucking season 4 that she should have realized that something was going wrong at the school. Homelander was there. Why was he there? But season 4, the Boys was still really good. But it's like little hints.
But let's say like that cohesion just wasn't there for the fact that they put so much into Gen V of like, okay, like this is very important to our universe. But then for it to really not play, like, so Kate and Sam show up twice in season 4.
Don't say
one
a word.
Time, huh?
Don't say a word.
Yeah, say one time it's literally
could have been me and Damon.
To stand there, and then I think the only word that's said by them is literally because Kate says something to Frenchie when she kidnaps him, and that's it. She whispers something in his ear.
Yeah.
But it's like, I mean, when you have these shows, like it's exactly what I said. It's like when you have these shows and you want to build these universes, they have to be more cohesive.
Can I predict what she told him?
What?
She probably told him forget Kamiko.
Yeah, it's possible.
Like, forget her. Forget everything you know. Forget everything you know besides about the virus.
Especially when you consider the fact that like the whole season 4 thing was like a very hard part for French and Kamiko because he was with that Colin guy, and then he left Kamiko and didn't say a word because he put himself in prison, and then like him and Kamiko finally make up, and it looks like they're gonna be together, and then she loses him, and obviously she finds her voice in losing the person she cares about the most.
Yeah. Which should have been a bigger moment. It's tied into so much shit. Like,
yeah, it was too much shit going on.
So much going on.
Like, it's such a cool ending.
You probably like 5 minutes later, like,
because
oh shit, that's what I'm saying. Like, she did say something. Like, damn, everything was going on the whole time.
Literally, everybody gets captured and knocked out in that last 6 minutes.
Yeah, it was a lot going on. Yeah,
you see, I mean, like I said, and like that's like I said, like I agree with you on the thing where it's like they set up the whole thing where it's like, okay, the home teamers versus the Starlighters, and then that gets like that plot point gets completely left behind because of all the stuff happening, but. Why wasn't she fighting back harder? I know that they had Firecracker or whatever putting stuff out there for Homelander. And I know like Annie's thing was ruined her image because they were saying that she was making fun of Firecracker and stuff like that. I totally get it, but they kind of just let Homelander take over so easily. And I know he had what's her name on his side, the smart here. I'm forgetting her name.
I forgot her name. Smart as hell though.
Yeah, like, I get it, but I don't know. I just feel like if that's gonna end up, if the whole season of Gen V season 2 is gonna be that Starlight is trying really hard now to recruit these heroes that we were captured at the end of Gen V season 1. It kind of just, I don't know, it just feels a little bit like underwhelming, I guess, to me in that plot.
I mean, the only thing they can spice it up with, I mean, I feel like they're going to obviously try to turn Sam and Kate back to, like, the good side. Like, yo, you following under somebody that's bad. I forgot the one girl name that could shrink. I don't need her. I don't need her and Sam.
You're talking about Emma.
I don't need her and Sam every episode. Like I get it, y'all slept together, but we ain't go out there. Sam, I know the good's in you. Like, we don't need that every episode. You know what I mean? But
you don't need that.
We can wrap that up. You know what I'm saying? Like they have good chemistry, but like not every episode.
Yeah, I wonder. Well, I don't know how much Sam and Kate is in this season, but in the last episode of Gen V, I think they had Golden Boy like as his little angel, like in his ear. Like, I wonder if that developed or not. Like, there's some things I want. I'm more like interested in what Sam and Kate's been up to.
I think they're the most interesting too. To me,
in the voices compared
at this
to
point.
Yeah, compared to
because they have so much storyline development from where they started. Obviously, Kate was with Golden Boy. You know what I'm saying? She manipulated him, told Andre what she did, manipulated all of them, and then manipulated them all again, and then manipulated Sam. And I was like, well, clearly she's gonna like a fucking manipulator is gonna manipulate.
She's just such a powerful character.
Yeah, she's a powerful character, so she can never be a hero in a sense. She's always going to have villainous tendencies because if you're a mind reader, you're already going on an unethical route. You know what I'm saying? You're going an unethical route.
To influence literally anybody. And I would like to just see them explore her powers a little bit more. Like, can she affect bigger soups? Like, what is stopping her? Could she affect somebody like a Homelander? Could she affect like a character like that easily? I want to see what happens with stuff like that. And I also, like I said, I really thought to me that Sam was the most interesting character because you see how powerful he is, and he also clearly has these mental issues because of how he was raised, this PTSD and this trauma that he's been through. So I feel like all that was such a cool like dynamic for them, and now that they've been upgraded to like this role with Homelander and stuff now, how much do you see of them? Because if we don't get them, then you're leaving us with Marie, Jordan. It's a chance Perdomo passed away. We know that he's not going to be a part of it. I'm really interested to see how they handle that storyline.
Yeah, I think that's the second best storyline is how they do the polarity stuff, because I don't think his dad is going to want the help of them. Yeah, because I feel like he's going to blame them initially, like blind rage, like y'all.
Because he told his son like don't go looking into this stuff. He told his son like don't go looking into what Godolkin's about and like stay away from that stuff because he knew that it wasn't good.
Yeah, he basically had Andre's life set up. Like, if you follow my footsteps, you take over from me, you get the mantle, you get the suit, you get everything, you get my name, you get the legacy, you get all that. Just follow my footsteps. I have the promotions lined up for you. I have the sponsorship lined up for you. I have everything lined up for you. Don't try to overtake Golden Boy because that's their guy. Don't try to be with Marie and them because they're the outcast. You don't want to be around them. You want to be in your own lane. I created this lane because like this is the lane to go as a black superhero. Like it was kind of like the racial like undertones were like, don't do what they do. You have to do what I'm doing because I was so protective of my image because I was a black man at that time, a rarity probably of superheroes.
For
and
sure.
now, what I'm saying, like, I already created this lane for you. I wanted you to do it this way.
I just follow in my footsteps.
Yeah, like even if you got to do things that you might not want to do, just listen and you'll always be, have some type of legacy. And then he ended up getting sick off of it, and it was clear that Andre was already sick. And then it showed that, his dad was literally already dying. You know what I'm saying?
Because of his
Exactly.
ability, yeah.
So I think it's showing in Australia. He uses his powers and he like falls to his knees or something like that. He collapses. Like I do want to see how that trailer, like not that trailer, how that storyline goes.
That's probably my most
because
interesting thing for me.
I do like as powerful Marie as she seems. I just don't feel like her character is interesting enough. And it's like I don't know what is missing. I don't necessarily know what it is, but it also kind of like the Starlight theme for me. Like I don't think Starlight's an interesting character.
Yeah.
I think she's a powerful character. I think she has good moments with certain characters, like a Huey, like a Butcher. But to me, like she's just boring at the same time.
It's crazy because I think Jordan Lee is like Huey. Like they peaked. Like Jordan Lee was so cool when she when they first came up.
I was about to say Jordan has nothing for me anymore.
Like now it's like okay,
I don't know what it is.
They could fight. She could switch genders.
Yeah.
It's like
as soon as she got involved with Marie, I was just like, well, that just ruined everything for me because I don't give a fuck about the whole. There's too much. It was too much romance going around for me. Like at one time, so it was like I felt like the coolness of Jordan was that like he was just cool. Like he was like he didn't want nobody to know that he could do this, and then like the fact that he could fight two different skill sets with two different genders and switch back and forth, and like the problems with that being I'm not sure exactly what his heritage is or like where he comes from, but like it's frowned upon to be, you know what I'm saying, trans. So like he technically is a trans person. So it's like that was the coolness of his character. And then once he got Marie, I'm just like, well, I don't think we see the girl side of Jordan too much more unless it's just for like a public appearance just to like separate herself from Marie a little bit. But as far as we know, it's like, you know, she did have the coolness, like you say, like when Huey peaked, after that was like, you're probably not gonna get that back. You're probably not gonna get that like I want to see Huey. I want to see him on my screen. No, you probably don't really want to. Like I said, Marie is not interesting enough for me. Like her part is cool, but she's not interesting enough for me. Emma's not interesting enough for me anymore. Realistically, without Sam, as much as like I don't want to see her and Sam like do the same thing every single episode. It's like you do lose a lot of Emma's ability to be the sympathizer of the group because she knows how it is to be like, you know what I'm saying, controlled. Like she was controlled by her mom and like control her eating habits, and she couldn't be free. And like the freeness of her is like the fact that she's in college. That's like, and that was the only thing that kept her free. And then eventually she gets kidnapped again. But like I said, the most interesting characters we want to see, we might not see. And that is a fear of mine. It's like if we don't see a lot of Sam and Kate, which it does suck because like Sam barely fucking talks and he's like the most interesting character, and Kate just touches people and like you're like, well, I wonder what she said or I wonder what she's telling them. There's like no real like in depth to her powers, but I think we get a decent amount of Kate. I don't know how much Sam we get, but I do think we get a decent amount of Kate though. I do think she talks a lot. I feel like she will try to take over certain roles that have opened up now because like Victoria's died and the lady she was talking to, she killed. I forgot her name. I
feel like she's probably to me now Homelander behind Sage, which I remember her name
Sage,
off my.
I don't even think she's. I would think she's even next to Homelander. Like,
well, I don't. She's like behind the scenes. She's like, you know, like.
But I'm saying, like, is she? I thought that was.
She
like,
sided. She sided with him at the end
again. Okay.
Yeah, because remember he kicked her out, but then because he freaked out because Newman died when they exposed the video of the president saying that he wanted Newman killed. And stuff like that. So she ends up saying, like, this was all part of the plan. She's the one that gives him the phone, and the Secretary of Defense, like, I'm making a task force, Homelander. Like, you're going to lead it because you're going to go capture Huey and all them.
Yeah, so she spun the narrative for him, basically.
Yeah. I do. To me, though, it feels like now his most powerful ally probably is Kate. If he wants to. I mean, he could use her to influence the President of the United States with no issue. He could put her right next to the President. And anything that Homelander wants, she can make it happen for him because she could influence him to do whatever. So, I mean, I do see where you're coming from. I do think that's probably what happens. Is she's probably going to move up into, I mean, obviously not vice president role or anything like that, but kind of just be that right-hand woman, I guess, to Homelander. The same way he manipulated Sage in a way.
She probably could take Newman's spot.
I do think she takes Newman's spot. I think that's her destiny to take Newman's spot.
Yeah, it could be. It's going to really come down to
she's
Sam.
She's gonna handle the stuff with the virus, basically. I feel like she's gonna have like a lot of say in that.
They're gonna have to try to get Sam on their side to fight Homelander, man. Because I don't know Butcher abilities. Like I mean, maybe we see Butcher in this season, but like I don't even know if Butcher is trying to recruit people no more. Like
Butcher's like on a lone dog.
That's what I'm saying. He's seen the virus. Like
he's got the virus,
and then this virus thing, this virus storyline. It's like
it's carrying on a little long.
It's carrying on a little too long. Like I liked it. It was cool that like Frenchie was smart enough to like kind of dissect what was going on. Not everybody want a piece of it. It's like,
like I want it. so I can save the world. Well, I want it so I cannot save the world. Yeah, it's like everybody have their own motives, and it's like, well, we already know one person's gonna fucking get it, and we already knew Homelander was gonna end up with it. We just didn't know the path that it would take, and I understand, like, okay, well, the virus or whatever is gonna be the end game, obviously, so it should last a while, but the interest like clearly goes down when you have so many hands on it, and it's like everybody shouldn't know about this fucking virus. You know what I'm saying? It should be a select few, and like it should have been tight under wraps. But it's like, well, you know what I'm saying, with Butcher involved and Homelander involved and Starlight knows about it, and then like the kids, God, know about it. It's like, damn, like everybody fucking know about it, and like I just want to know, like, whatever Kate told Frenchie, which I'm assuming she told her, like, forget all of them, forget all that shit, like, you work for us, basically. Like, that's probably what she told him. But I wonder if with her losing her arm, does that lose some of her power a little bit? And if it starts to wear off after time, you know what I'm saying? Like, how much does she have to use? Because you see, like, the bloodshot eyes, you know what I'm saying, her passing out, and like that was a real thing when she had two hands, and like I said, she had functional limbs, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. Well, they don't show her arm ever again, if it's how it's prosthetic, how it's made, or whatever. I do feel like it'd be a cool thing if they do like diminish her power over time because she lost her arm. You know what I'm saying? Like, I feel like that would kind of like make her feel a little balanced, because right now it's like nobody wants to fucking hit her or nothing. Like, she never even got like threatened, besides when Marie did that. Yeah.
So that was like, damn near an accident. Like, she just reached out.
She didn't even mean to do it, really.
Do something to her body.
I do want them to expand on Kate's thing a little bit more, because I do feel like her abilities do feel kind of like useless if she has to full on grab somebody. Yeah. Because imagine how much cooler she would be if she like accidentally, like, it's like a pickpocket. She bumps into you. Mm-hmm. Okay, well, we touched skin to skin on accident. Now I can influence you. Maybe not influence you to the full ability, like as you said, if she was to grab somebody and really do it. But if she could bump somebody and influence them just off that basic touch,
or she could just do cool shit where like she just hands you like a pen. Hand you a pen, like I need you to sign this contract to make me, you know what I'm saying, or make this deal official, and it's but like, don't read this clause, this, that, and the third, just sign, or what, like little shit like that, or like they're eating food and like she grabs her cup and then I would just like to see her power. You know what I'm saying? Like little shit like on her power set, because like we only ever see her. She going up to Damon like, let me see your shoulder. Get your vein. I touch your vein, and then I could manipulate.
And I don't think the virus storylines are going to end up being as important as they make it seem. Just because at the end of The Boys season 4, they talk about how it's weakened now because they had to take it out of the thing because they froze it, and it's like they don't think it's powerful enough. Like they don't think it's powerful enough to hurt Homelander now. Mm-hmm. I just don't know if Butcher's gonna be able to find somebody smart enough to do that, because he's on this whole like, I can do it myself, I have this parasite thing now. It feels like they're gonna be setting up like a martyr kind of thing. I honestly would rather see like something with Ryan exciting happen, because I feel like Ryan keeps getting put off to the side. This is Homelander's actual biological child. I would like to see something where maybe he's used more as like against Homelander. We saw him and Homelander clearly go head to head at the end of the last season, where he stands up to, he's not scared of Homelander anymore. You know, so I'm hoping that the virus doesn't end up being a huge plot point, just because they did say how weakened it was in that final state. Yeah. I mean, I know Frenchie is smart enough to do it, so maybe they do use Frenchie to do something with it. Maybe not the virus, but like an antivirus kind of thing, so that if it does get used, they did say that Butcher, like if Butcher uses this strain of the virus, it could kill everybody, because it would like I forgot how they explained it, but basically it would affect every shit. It'd be way too contagious. Yeah. So you know, like, is Butcher gonna? I feel like Butcher's gonna end up having that change of heart where he loves Ryan too much, and he's not gonna put Ryan's life at risk. He might not care about Starlight or anybody else, but like, is he gonna do that to Ryan? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. I ain't gonna lie, low key. This is kind of like my hot take for the season. I think Sam is immune to it. I think Sam is gonna be the one that ends up being immune to it. Like, just looking at like how it's only him in the woods. You know, they done ran tests on him. They don't really know much about him. You know, I feel like mentally he's gonna be so unstable. He's like, yo, fuck it. He gonna take the virus and is not gonna do what he thinks is gonna happen to him. So then they're gonna be like, well, shit, if it ain't hurt Sam, it's definitely not gonna hurt Homelander. So I feel like that dynamic is gonna change with the virus, or it's like they're gonna have somebody take it, and it's not gonna have the effect that they think it is. Yeah. So either you're gonna try to strengthen it, or they're gonna be like, oh, fuck it, we gotta go to another plan now. So, yeah, I really don't know. I don't know who's gonna. I don't know who's gonna like transition into the last season of The Boys.
I hope we see Ashley, to be honest with you. I really want to see Ashley. Obviously, we left off in the cliffhanger that she took Compound V. When Homelander talked about, capturing humans, putting them inside these internment camps, because, he anybody that knows about Homelander's evil plan to take over the government, like, we're going to hunt you down. We did see some pretty nasty stuff with Ashley to end the season. I would like to see her kind of show up. I don't want to wait for the last season. I would like to see A-Train and Gen V. Obviously, A-Train's on this big superhero arc. I feel like he's a little bit too important to not show in Gen V as well.
Yeah.
Like, you can't put him off to the sideline and just have him go doing superhero shit again in The Boys. Maybe him and Starlight, even though they don't like each other, have to team up because everybody else is captured.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Huey is captured, Frenchie is captured, Butcher's MIA. I don't even know if they showed what happened to Mother's Milk at the end of the last season because I know he gave up on The Boys because of his heart attack.
So. I do see. I mean, I guess it's like my final prediction. I think Frenchie's cooked. I think Frenchie's probably done with like The Boys. I do think I do think it eventually wears off, but I think like I forgot what like his job was before like The Boys, like what he did. But he did like kill people, obviously.
Yeah.
Like hitman.
He
or
was
whatever.
working with that girl, the whatever her name
The
was,
Russian lady.
Yeah. He's like a hitman basically, like a spy / hitman, whatever the case may be. I can see him going back into that kind of route. If we're not worried about the virus, if they say fuck the virus or whatever, I can see him go back to Hitman.
I think that'd be cooler for him, honestly.
And I think him just be just an emotionless killer again, and I could see him running probably back into Colin or something like that, on some random shit just like that. Like I don't know, but
I'd like to see him go after Kimiko if they're gonna do that.
Yeah, so I do think like overall we're gonna get this big team up. I think Frenchie's like cooked basically, like he's gonna like fall in love with killing again and doing shit like that. And I do think like we get a situation where like Sam does defect from Kate because like her diminishing power too, like she just kind of she got all this responsibility, she kind of forgets about Sam and doesn't watch over him no more, so he's more of a wanderer again. He more like gets off, and then like eventually, like you said, maybe he does do some martyr shit, like, you know what I'm saying, like even though like Butcher might be the martyr, Sam might show that he's a martyr too, like, well, I'll do what it takes kind of thing. And then like he realizes how strong he is, and he realizes how important he is because like Golden Boy wants you to realize, like, you know what I'm saying, you're bigger than what you're doing.
You're more than what you think.
You're doing the small guy stuff. You're powerful. You're powerful than them. You can take the whole shit over if you want to, or just defect from it, get away from it. So I think that we'll finally see more of Sam's power set. Because I do think, like I said, I feel like he should be the MVP of this season with his lack of dialogue in the final season, the last season of The Boys. I do think that we'll get a big moment from Sam, and we'll get like this big ass superstar team up where like Marie is like doing all the calls and so making all the calls and stuff. And then I do think like when Marie calling all the shots, you kind of start seeing a little bit of signs of the Butcher there too, where like, you know what I'm saying, she feels like she's a leader, she feels like she got to do more, and you probably get a clash of heads between her and Marie. Not Marie, I'm sorry, her and Starlight. Yeah. And that's gonna be like Starlight's people. Yeah, Starlight's people versus Marie's people, and then Homelander comes in and cleans up all the fucking mess. And then you lead into the last season of The Boys where like nobody can beat Homelander because nobody can get on the same page. Because everybody wants the moment, but they can't have it.
Yeah, I feel like I feel like right now the situation's too dire where I do think Gen V season 2 does set up The Boys season 5. I don't think we're gonna see a lot of like hope. Yeah, like, I feel like the way that the season is ending, like I don't expect a happy ending with The Boys. Like it's just not that kind of show. Even if Homelander does get defeated, I don't think we're heading towards happy ending. Yeah. So no matter what, they've already talked about how characters are not safe in this final season because this is the end of the show. Anything is possible. Anything can happen. Like I would not be shocked if Homelander shows up in Gen V season 2, even though it was a shock to see him show up at the end of Gen V season 1 because they generally gave no hints. In Gen V season 2, it almost makes more sense because of who he's hunting down. And I'm sure Stan Edgar is probably somebody he's not happy to be out and about. So I would not be surprised if we saw that, and I'm expecting a lot of just more doom and gloom, man. Like I just don't expect any happiness to come out of like these last couple seasons of Gen V and The Boys.
Yeah, so overall, like I don't know, there's a lot like to take away from the trailers. Obviously, it is. I said like I don't want to say like characters. I shouldn't say characters aren't interesting, but like their plot points from where we left off at and where the trailer went, like I'm not too interested in them. Yeah. Personally, like I'm saying, like they could, like things are gonna change. Obviously, the whole jail or containment, like wherever they're containment centers, whatever you want to call them, that's not important to the main focal point of the story. Which, you know what I'm saying? Like I said, like Marie's people versus Starlight's people, they're gonna clash, I'm assuming, and then Homelander comes and pick the pieces up, and I could see a moment between him and Sam, and he just like thinking like he's not worth the fight right now. Like he doesn't think he's worth it, and then it's gonna be within Sam to realize like I am worth the fight. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm better than everybody here, basically. But like in like a kind of like a Superman way. Like like I'm stronger than you. Like
I can
show
stand
me
up
the
to
respect. I'm a human too. Like show me that respect. Because at the end of the day, like I wasn't always this.
Especially because when you know that Homelander has that thing where he knows everybody around him is just with him because they fear him.
And they also do tease the puppets again in season 2. So
like I said, that's Sam's most interesting thing to me is his mental state and how they handle it. So like I will say one thing that Gen V season 1 did really good that I hope Gen V season 2 does is the world building. I do like to see the stuff in the background to know what's going on because you expect a lot of bad things to be going on how season 4 ended. Homelander is basically completely in charge. We know that he was working with Tech Knight and he got these prisons. Like, I want to see that stuff happening in the background. Like,
there's so many cool fucking characters, and we got fucking Marie on our screen like 24/7.
Like, I want to see that stuff be built upon like really well.
I forgot about Tech Knight, dude.
Yeah, like I said, like, there's just so many. Like, I just want to see that world keep being built upon and how they do it because I feel like that's really important because you don't want people to have to rewatch season 4 to know what's going to happen in season 5. If you could do it in every season 2, just show me what's going on in the background.
Yes.
Oh, Homelander's on a rampage because of this, or Homelander's in charge now. Oh, the president passes this bill. Oh, this containment camp is full of humans. Like, I want to see like that kind of like the world is not in a good spot right now in this universe.
Or even like they drop subtle hints like they're in class and they're like, oh, okay, well we got a new education system. And it's like
stuff like that.
It's like school, like what happened to God you, and it's like, oh, we don't learn from those textbooks anymore. We don't learn
we learn from
the ethical way
it's
to
like
do
no
things.
human histories, no human history.
It's all superhuman.
It's all Homelander's history. His bloodline, I feel like, is going to be taught through schools. That's a good ass fucking idea because they do kind of hint at the real state of America. So I feel like that's the best way to do it. That's what I want to see. Yeah, I actually like that a lot, though, man. He cooked with that. First, you know what I'm saying? First time for everything. I got to cook with something. Hey, bring back set shots for big man. I guess I cooked.
Wow.
We're in a old feature back. Fuck it. Like, damn, you could. I guess I did. Yes, next week, Gen V comes out, 3-episode premiere. Like, we obviously gonna try to get y'all the reactions. That's a lot of work for Damon. He got work and shit. So it's a lot of episodes. So be patient with us with those, like, stuff like that. Because, what I'm saying, Marie on his screen, and you get tired with Marie on his screen.
About an hour and a half.
You know what I'm saying? I was
especially them episodes 50 minutes long.
But when Soldier Boy show up in episode 6,
you feel me? Like I said, it's a lot of interesting characters that could come up, and like we like stuff like that, like had us like damn it levitating ours. Like we were just so happy to see Soldier Boy. So happy to see, like, what I'm saying, Sam go on rampages and like him jumping the fuck location. We're like, what is saying like the big story, like the big reference, like Sam's powers. Nope, it's not Sam's power. It's Homelander capturing all these kids, and it's like I love being misdirected like that, thinking that like this story is bigger than another, and then they misdirect you completely. Same thing with like Butcher. I'm like, right after we see J.Z. Morgan, I'm like, something about this character is just off, and I'm like, I don't think he exists. He's not real, and then he ends up not being real. Butcher goes rogue. He has a fucking parasite attached to him that's fucking taking over his body. And it's like, I would have never guessed it. Like, they went the political route in the background, and the main focal point is that Butcher is going fucking rogue, and he can't control anything around him because he's losing his mind. He's drinking too much. He doesn't know where he's at. Stuff like that.
That's where the show really shines, in my opinion, is the misdirection.
Yeah. So like, I say all this stuff because the trailer was just like so revealing, but like, I don't know the plot point because they're gonna misdirect me for sure. That's what they do. So overall, like I said, I'm gonna watch it. I'm gonna watch the fuck out of it because I do think it's gonna be a really good show, and I enjoy the show for what it is and what they do, how they handle a lot of the smaller plot points too. Like I said, like Polarity, that storyline is gonna be big. Even though it's a side thing, it's like it's gonna be a lot of emotion in that, and it's so real because Andre did pass away in real life. So like you'll see like probably really good acting, really good moments, and I'm assuming they'll put like a rest in peace to
like in memory.
In memory, like it's gonna be episodes based around like a lot of him and stuff like that, and how they handle it. Like I'm saying, like them losing a core piece of their team, I feel like has to affect Marie a lot. Has to make Emma feel a certain way. It has to make.
Kate
I think
too.
Jordan and Andre were cool as fuck too. Like I'm pretty
Kate-
sure.
Even Kate would even if they like use it and say like if Kate's affected by it, that'd even be a cool.
I think the
thing.
best thing about it would be Kate like being affected by it, but like using it as like fuel. Like I'm doing it. I'm doing
this for him.
Yeah,
Yeah,
he know
like,
he
y'all got
knows
him
he
killed.
knows the kind of person I am. Anyways, he knew what I was doing.
Like, yo,
anyways.
y'all got him killed.
Uh-huh.
Even just hatred towards that.
So that's pretty cool. I'll take it.
Yeah.
If that's what we get, I'll take it because at the end of the day, I love superhero shows.
I love this universe.
And this universe is good. As much as I say like negative things about some of the things that they've done, it's like this is what I want.
Yeah.
And they still give me like, that season was very fucking good. Probably 9 out of 10. You know what I'm saying? Like I gave The Boys last season like a 9 out of 10. I'm pretty sure I was like, and like loved a lot of dialogue, loved a lot of things, like the fucking what's the one like? It's like a furnace in here, like that episode where they're going crazy with the fucking
in the lab.
when they like the one
probably
girl,
one of the
she
best
just
episodes
like
of the
she
entire
steals
show.
Starlight's body. I'm just like,
Oh, the
this
shapeshifter, yeah.
I'm like the shapeshifter. I'm like that was the fucking cool. That was like the coolest episode.
That plot twist. I mean,
because
Homelander-
when Huey peeps, he's like, she about to beat the fuck. They can't do shit about it. And that's what we were like, damn, he's like just the most boring character right now. And they gave him the best episode too. So it's like
even like the Homelander episode last season, man, like where like you like see like where Homelander was created in that lab and like these people tortured
it was
him.
so good.
And like
dude.
like that like this like it is just crazy how even after 4 seasons like every time you see Homelander on your screen you get scared. Just like what the hell am I about to see him do because they never hold back. And like I said that is something I will always give props to with this universe. They will never hold back. And I'm not even talking about just gore or anything like that. The only thing I do think I do get weird about with the show sometimes I feel like they're so close to taking that step to doing the right thing. Like they attack that political route so well, but they never take that additional step. You know what I'm saying? It's like I see the shots that you throw at certain political climates and at certain things, but I feel like they're just so scared to take that one extra step to really put it over. You know what I'm saying?
It's just they really did predict everything with the
That's what I'm
containment
saying.
camps and shit like that.
Yeah,
Yeah,
like-
I didn't want to I was like crazy. I'm like I imagine this happening in real life and then like it happens with
They had to take down the damn name of the season finale because it was called Assassination Run, and it came out. The shit came out 2 days after Trump was nearly assassinated.
Yeah, literally
that's
crazy.
crazy.
I remember being at work and seeing. I'm like, that's pretty interesting considering there's an episode supposed to be called
That's
Assassination
crazy.
Run.
It's
That's
crazy.
coming out in less than 2 days.
It's crazy. It's crazy. Yeah, but like I said, I have nothing but good things to say about this universe. Like, for even when the show gets low, those highs are just like they really know how to build up to the highs for it.
Yeah,
So.
they'll have a slow ass episode in the last 15 minutes. You'd be like, I just so much fucking happen.
Yeah, like how did they turn that mediocre episode into like some of the craziest shit you can watch?
Yeah, they do a good job at that, giving you at least some shock factor every time. I really got nothing else to say about season 2 so far, just because like so I'm going on based off a lot of trailers and like I'm trying to predict 2 different seasons. You know what I'm saying? Not just season 2 of that, but the final season of Boys, which is going to be huge. Everybody's going to be watching stuff like that because you know what I'm saying you don't want to avoid spoilers for a final season.
Right.
Yeah.
So overall, very excited for the show. Really want to, kind of reiterate the point that we will be watching. We'll be trying to react to it. Like I said, there's a lot of episodes for Damon to watch. If you go to work tired, you know what I'm saying? Like that's gonna affect.
That's what it is.
You know what I'm saying? Everything that he doing. You know what I'm saying? He putting on for the neighborhood, putting on for the hood. So, like. 3 episodes is a lot. They run out a 70-minute, 67-minute, 63-minute episode. And it's like that timeline doesn't make fucking sense to me. So y'all want to jump at 3 o'clock in the morning.
Can I get
Who's
3
watching all
30-minute episodes
Like
first?
who watching all that shit at 3 o'clock in the morning?
Yeah, drop at 8 p.m. They drop.
And
at
you
8
want me to
p.m.
watch Marie walking in a dark room? I'm already tired, so like it ain't no
my
blood,
night
it ain't
light.
no blood to manipulate. So I don't want to watch this shit right now. I just don't. But definitely really excited for season 2. I'm really not a Marie hater. Actually, I do think that she's a very powerful character, and we'll get a very good storyline out of her. So overall, we will be watching, we'll be seated, and we'll be talking about it. With that being said, thank y'all for joining us. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe. I'll see you on the next one.